now Phil, live at the ninth.
Let's see what he's going to do. Phil loves to chip with a lot of loft.
Better stay up there.
That's great because it's below the hole.
I was wondering how he'd handle that. Would it go low or go high? Chipping on an upslope. You can have the threat of that coming right back at you if you stub it a little bit. To 10. Coming off of that disastrous 3-putt from 5 feet. This for birdie.
It's about as easy as it gets on 10. Little subtle right to lefter. Just get it there. Oh, then she hooks.
The third shot of Ian Poulter, tee shot, was in the trees. This is where you'd like to be after your tee shot, but nonetheless he really recovers nicely. This should come back down the slope a little bit. So Ian Poulter will have about 30 feet behind the hole for his birdie at 13.
Here at the ninth, Hansen, Mark Sherwood, his caddy, who plays a very active role when they're out there trying to get some sort of idea.
Well, obviously to help him visualize. If he has struggles to see a shape to a shot, I'm amazed how it's pretty unique, this. I don't know anybody else. He's aiming in the right direction. Nicely done.
Man, his instructor is Gary Gilchrist, who also happens to work with Yanni Sang, who has been, of course, a dominant player in women's golf. Over at 11.
And a second shot for Padraig Harrington down the hill. Keep it right of this hole location. Do not get too close to it. Oh, he's pulled it. Hang on. Wow, that's an aggressive play there for Padraig Harrington. That is very good indeed. He said there that his back foot slipped a little and pulled it to the left, but he's got a good birdie chance. Back to 9.
All right. Nicholson bearing down on a putt for par.
It's like a couple of 2 cups out to his left. This will curl. Beautifully done. What a fall.
What a four. What a most unusual side with the triple bogey at the 4th. A birdie at the 8th. When he won here in 04, he shot 38. Going out just as he has here today. Oosthuizen now with his second at the 10th.
Started down the right. Will it carry across the bunker? No.
Saw him step out of that one of the few times he wasn't in balance.
Yeah. Well, it's on a steep downslope. Easier to do. I did that a couple of times. I fired it. Well, what you think is down the middle of the green. It's only 8-10 feet off center of middle of the green to put it in the corner of that bunker.
Back over at 9. Hansen for par. And his card, no birdies, 2 bogeys.
Well, he's starting to settle down now.
Matching 38 for the final pair. Look where Bubba actually drove this as it ran out to this point. Never seen anyone down here playing a second shot.
Oh, you got him, Bubba.
All he needs is a wedge. He can do anything with that club. He spun it back.
He was almost even with the old Mackenzie bunker.
Yeah.
Off the tee. So the final pair heads to the second 9. While the leader has just begun the journey on the most for a triumphant Charles Schwartzel. What do you think you're going to see out of Phil the last 9?
Some pretty serious aggressive stuff now. He knows how consistent Louis is playing. Peter, who's playing with, has got him by a shot as well. But he's just got to be sensible with the driver. Priority is hit the fairways.
This is where he made triple on Thursday. Losing a ball left off the tee, and that's not going to be the case here today. Very aggressive and a huge tee shot. Up ahead, Oosthuizen splashing out, and he'll have a long one for par.
A long curler. Well, 10 feet of...
He keeps moving. It's going to take a lot of the break out of the next putt.
It's helping. We saw Kuchar's come up there, so he's still got 2 feet of break.
Peter Hansen trying to become the first Swedish man to win a major in golf. Of course, Sweden producing the great champion golfer Annika Sorenstam, who was here at Augusta this week watching.
These two guys are powerful. Wow, that's all the right round the corner, past the scoop that's taken out of the fairway, the speed slot.
11.
And a very good opportunity here for Padraig Harrington to get to 6 under. Has made a couple, but has missed a lot of very makeable putts today.
It's just like it's scoopy, the follow through, isn't it? It just doesn't stay down and square.
Well, Nick, he's putted so well to win his other 3 major championships, but he hasn't done it that well for a long while now. It's hard to do when it's difficult
You're
like
right.
this.
Time's whizzing by. It's 3.5 years now.
Back at the 10th, Bubba Watson. Putt for birdie.
Yeah,
Possible 2-shot swing here, Nick.
Yeah, it's true. He will also give Louis a good read.
I think he put it right on the spot he wanted.
Yeah,
but it had to break more, and it didn't.
Yeah, that was a great effort. Well, Oosthuizen has made 2 fabulous putts, one on the 3rd and one on the
6th hole.
6th, yes.
Let's go for saving pars. Let's go to 13.
Long birdie putt on the way for Ian Poulter. He had it on a great line, and that was supposed to come back to the right and just didn't. And you could just hear him see him read his lips. And he said that. It should have gone back to the right. Let's go back to 10.
Okay, so can he do it again? From about the same length as those putts you mentioned. 6 may have been a little bit longer. 3 was about this same measurement. To stay in the lead by 2. Well, it just got that much more interesting here with a 5 at the 10th. 1 clear of Bubba Watson and Peter Hansen. Mickelson 2 back. Poulter and Harrington and Kuchar 3 behind. And by the way, Adam Scott and Justin Rose in the clubhouse at -4.
That seems to be about it, isn't it? It's those guys now. Those 7 guys. Any one of them could win it.
Bubba, in this last month, had the lead at the World Golf Championship event at Doral and a good chance at Bay Hill, but played poorly on the opening 9 holes on Sunday. He's 1 under for this final round, and he's only 1 back. We go back to Hansen and Mickelson.
way, it just feels like, hey, that's a great chance of just rolling over back there.
While he discusses things, let's go to 11.
Matt Kuchar on top of the hill has to fire down just right of those pine trees behind the back right bunker. Beautifully played. Two very nice shots in there by Matt Kuchar and Hunter Mahan. 4's a good score here, only 2 birdies all day. Back 1 to 10.
You know, that's all.
Not a great deal, no.
It's not, no. I mean, there's not going to be massive amount, but it's all. Look, see the way these trees come out here.
See what I mean? You don't even go into it, you know what I mean?
It won't go into. It will never go into. Okay, because the whole direction.
He's
going to be
confused
healthy
about the
sliding.
wind.
Yeah,
But I think that's a better club. If you just hold
cut
it.
it in with
Yeah.
really
getting it down on the left.
pretty close to straight right to left, probably a fraction down. But you're way lower. You're 50, 60 feet lower than where we are on the top of the 18th green, and it does affect it. The wind tumbles. With the massive pines, you just hit it a little lower, keep it under the height of the canopy. Oh, looked a little pulley.
Leave the wind. No, too much wind.
Fortunate. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
to stick there.
With the slope and the wind and everything.
Over to 11.
And Bubba on the tee with driver. Have to avoid the pines all the way down the right. He likes it. And that's why well over 300 yards. Back to Phil.
Mickelson's made some huge threes during his career at the Masters on this hole. Boy, and he took dead aim.
Wow, with such a short iron in his hand, that took one fiery hop.
He can't believe it.
Well, everybody's going to be running now on, you know, another 10% more adrenaline.
Over to 11.
Louis on the tee. Bogey par the last 3 days. And what a classic swing. Down the left half. That's okay.
To 12.
Padraig Harrington on the tee here of this beautiful par 3. 8 iron. Ideal shot is just over the center bunker with a little fade, and that is ideal. Striking the ball crisply. He's still well in this tournament as we go ahead 1 to 13.
Where we have the pairing of Paul Lawrie and Lee Westwood. That is Lee Westwood. This for eagle to get to -6. And how many times has an eagle at 13 sparked a second 9 challenge for the lead? That will be a disappointing effort, leaving the eagle putt short. But he's still only 3 back after all of the things that have happened to Lee this week.
When we came on the air, 2 o'clock Eastern time, they were lined up. 1 shot separating the first 5. 9 to 8 to 7 to 6 to 5. And then the double eagle by Oosthuizen at the second hole. And then, of course, Phil fell off that first page with his sizable misstep at the 4th, the 6th. The lead was 2 shortly after 4 o'clock with 3 players 2 back. And now the margin is 1. Does he look that sturdy to you right now, Nick?
He does. I think he's just I just love the calmness about him. That's what I really love.
Over at the 10th. Birdie putt for Hansen.
That's fine.
Third round leader here. As everybody knows, it's been a year where you don't hold on to that third round lead. Only 5 out of 15 times has the guy gone on to win it. 11.
And a big putt here. This could energize this inward half for Matt Kuchar. Oh, and every once in a while that putt will just straighten ever so slightly up to the right side towards Rays Creek behind, but not this time. Just a bit too much speed. Back to 10.
Tell me about this one, Nick. How much does it move?
Well, it's a bit like everybody else is getting, obviously Phil being a lefty, he's got another hook putt. So a good 2.5 feet from left to right.
Kuchar tapped in for his par at 11 to stay at 5.
Phil trying to ram it in there.
Keep going. Back to 12.
Big putt here for Podrick. Extremely quick. Just dies a little to the right at the end. Gave it too much. Too much speed. 3 feet left to remain at 5 under.
Ja, ik denk het is een nice thing. Ja. Maar dan gaan wij wel. Ja.
Peter Hansen made his par at 10.
Ja, van rechts, hè? Ja.
Phil's just made his as well. 196 for Westhuizen. Once again, fire it towards that back right bunker, towards the big pines. Water left. Safely on the green.
Okay.
Looks very calm and relaxed, Nick. No nerves jangling there.
Well, there are nerves inside, but you know, his facial expression, he looks like he's dealing with it really well, keeping himself calm, collected, and enjoying himself.
Smile on the face.
Yeah, I mean,
like he's relishing the opportunity again, like we saw him at the Open Championship at St Andrews.
that's what you got to do. That's what Jack Nicklaus used to say. He says when you feel that churning in your stomach, you think, well, that's why I've practiced. This is what it's all about.
Bubba just over 10 yards farther from the tee, 187. The breeze isn't strong, but it's swirling. Bubba will try and fade this back in off the front right section. E2 on the green in regulation, but an extremely fast putt down the hill. 2 putts would be good. Harrington now for his par, straight in, straight back up the hill. Oh, still a little early look there. I know it went in, but it's been a while for Podrick, but he's in good form. To 14.
Ian Poulter does not have a bogey on the card today. Oh, look at that. What a shot. Trying to avoid a crisis at the 14th as we go back to 11.
And our final pairing on the tee of the 505-yard par 4. Ian Poulter did tap in at 14. Both 2 over today.
Yeah, I didn't lose your picture on this one.
Very important.
Yeah. It's a tough shot for Phil because it's such a long way to get to the corner for a draw, but I think for safety he wants to hit that fade.
A little anxiety there. Where's it headed? Okay, once again, no damage, and in some ways, it's not a bad shot to play from that second cut. Kuchar now at the 12th. It's a good 9-iron, 156. Splendid. Hole high, 15 feet. Good opportunity for Cooch. Now Hansen. It appears here that he's going to aim down the left side and try and fade it back. Pretty straight. Excellent drive for Hansen. A little bit of extra roll down that right side. In perfect position. He can be a bit more aggressive from there with this hole location to 13T.
Tee shot of Padraig Harrington. This group now fully a hole behind the group ahead of them. And that's not going to speed things up for Padraig Harrington. 211.
Oosthuizen will be first to putt here, about 60 feet across the green. A putt that these guys will practice many, many times in their practice rounds. They know where the hole locations are.
There's a slither of change of level between that right-hand side and the lower left, Ian.
Yes, that first half, and then it gets speedy and breaks severely left in the second half, Nick.
You just got to be really good at just drawing lines down the green. You sort of send an imaginary ball down the green and see it where the high point is, how you anticipate it will break across the slope.
Fair indication there of the amount of break. Just a little right to left from 4 feet for his par 4 here. Not bad touch, so easy to let that get away on you. To 14.
And Lee Westwood just hammered his drive down here, 139 away. Second in greens this week. Well done. His putting has been a little bit off. He's third to last in total putts as we go back to the heart of Amen Corner.
Yes, 3 of the more well-known holes, more treacherous shots coming up in Amen Corner, 11, 12, 13. Bubba's got tremendous visualization powers. He loves shaping shots, and I find that when he has difficult putts, he tends to hit better putts. He uses that feel and touch. It's the shorter ones that he struggles with at times. This looks good. Will it get there? Once again, wonderful touch for Bubba Watson. The last 3 putts have been superb. And they're the ones you like, Nick. Those ones less than a foot for the par tap in.
Yeah, we can handle those.
We don't get many of them here
No, you
at
don't.
Augusta National.
No, I mean, a really good putt is 2 feet, inside 2 feet, and you only have to touch it a fraction and it's 4 feet, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And Nick, this is one of those ones that you really would like to hit it firm inside the right edge. But you know that if it misses, it's at least 6 foot by.
Yeah, you could never hit anything that's flat or slightly downhill firm at all. It just has to be all about the pace, just getting it to the hole. That's what makes the read so massive. That's why that would be normally a straight putt on a normal golf course, and he was probably aiming half a cup outside the hole.
Exactly. Smooth stroke though. While our leader was putting there at 11. Up ahead at 12, so was Matt Kuchar. And a great 2 for Matt Kuchar at 12 as our penultimate group makes its way up to the tee. Take a couple of extra deep breaths here. Most important thing is to figure out the wind. As we go back up the hill, Phil Mickelson about to play his second. 198, very close to where Oosthuizen played before him. This shouldn't spin. This should actually get a nice forwards roll, first and second bounce. Get up, stay up. Oh.
Where is it?
Ever so close. It's just sort of nestled down in a slight depression there. But that's 2 feet from being in the water. That was a very brave shot coming out of there.
Where is it?
Fine, it's stayed up by a foot.
186, okay, to our number. Okay.
It's either in a slight
Pick
depression.
the shot that you want, but we want the ball landing on that right-hand tree, and the wind's right to left into. Okay.
Once again, that the voice and the calm direction from caddy Mark Sherwood has been a big help. The 34-year-old Swede, Peter Hansen. He's taking a lot of second and third looks though, Nick, isn't he? This is a little unusual.
No, I think a lot of this is intentional. I spoke to him.
Slowing down?
And he said he's not going to hit the shot until he's absolutely comfortable with the wind direction. That was a lesson they learned from Phil in the first couple of days.
Come on.
And a lesson well learned. Absolutely perfect. Center of the green from 192. Good shot for Peter Hansen. Just one back. It doesn't get much more beautiful than the 12th at Augusta National. Smooth 8-iron for Louis. And that's the difference between the 8 and the 9. He decided to go with the longer club, and that is spectacular. A little earlier, Bubba Watson. Just a little chippy cut 8-iron for Bubba. That's a lot of club for Bubba. All right, no damage done. Both players have avoided Rays Creek in front of the 12th green, and they will make their way across the Hogan Bridge. Can they get energized for the victory?